of today, I originally intended to be read at my very last performance here at the Mount. And I always imagined that my last performance at the Mount would be at the Last Coffeehouse of my college career, and as it turns out, this is the Last Coffeehouse. Because there isn't another one scheduled for the year, and I'm graduating in May. So even though there's a million performance events in April that I can perform at, I really intended for this poem to be a part of Coffeehouse. So it's about Coffeehouse. It's kind of a love letter to Coffeehouse. And I won't say too much more about it, I'll just go ahead and read it. I begin preparing to say goodbye the moment anything becomes special. It's like doomsday. You know it's coming no matter what, and even if you don't know when, you might as well prepare. Because parting and loss aren't going to send a note ahead warning you about their arrival. That's just not how endings work. So I stockpile my farewells, just in case. Still, I wish there was a signal, something simple and subtle, like the lights flickering in the lobby of a theater saying, "Time to move on! Intermission's over, it's time for the second act." Then we could end our conversation and move back to our seats in the dark, and we could part by saying, "This was really good. This was really, really good." Then at least we wouldn't have to say the word because the lights would spell it out for us. No one ever wants to be the first one to say farewell, and I'm no different. This stage became home to me in a way no other floor and walls ever could. These stacking chairs and that coffee and tea, that's the only church and communion that's ever healed me. For the rest of my life, the story of my coming of age will be the one about the shaky, mismatched kid who was saved by the sound of our first applause. You are a congregation of modern-day muses, all of you glowing, some of you for the first time. And one has to wonder if you know what rare and fine people you really are. In a world where cruelty and hatred is a shield each creature carries, you chose to raise the banner of kindness and camaraderie. Each of you chose to stand up and say, "Here I am," and then you reached out and you said, "Now let's find you." You had faith in me, and I have faith in you, and the last thing I want to say is goodbye. What I'd rather say is, "I'll remember these nights for the rest of my life," or "It's been an honor to watch you grow and to grow with you," or "You're the best and brightest this world has to offer, and I never truly shined until you showed me how. And you morons appropriated snapping from poetry, but for God's sake, keep it because it's beautiful when you're kind to each other. And you make me feel like the first chorus of Sweet Caroline, where every single voice comes together. And for a moment, we really believe that good times never seem so good. So never let these nights end. Leave the mic open, leave the stage lights on. The world's going to keep spinning, but something's got to be eternal, so let it be this. When they come to take away the chairs and the speakers and your friends who are suddenly too tall for this little stage, you dig your heels in deep and tell them, "We won't go, we're not finished. This is where it began, but not where it ends, not with us, not yet." I'm choosing not to say farewell because, yeah, the apocalypse might be someday, but look up, look around. The lights are on and we're all together. This place doesn't belong to nostalgia yet. And even if this is the last time we're here, I won't say it, not to you, not to this, not even if the end is coming. After all, goodbye is just a catch-all for all the things we never got to say. And I'm choosing to say it all right now, so there's nothing left for the ending. So, to the folks who've been there since I first took the stage, from the weird-ass grad students who keep coming back for one more night to the nervous newcomers who are just now beginning to find where they belong, to the improv kids and the musicians and the poets, my comrades, this isn't goodbye. This is a see you soon, and then I love you, and most ardently, thank you.